Well, I can't believe I just dropped that thing. Yeah, so the last video I did on the history of Call of Duty was back in 2017, and now that it's been over 6 years since the new Modern Warfare 3 game has come out, I'm looking back, and I realize I need to update this video because I've been playing some Call of Duty since that game has come out. So I'll make it very quick. I don't remember if the other one was really quick or not, but let's make this one quick. So in 2018, my brother-in-law and I decided to skip Black Ops 4 to, stick with World War II. And we did that not just by ourselves, but, along with some other friends, people that necessarily agreed with us. And the primary reason is because we weren't digging the look or feel of Black Ops 4. So we kept our boots in World War II. I guess that was kind of like I was trying to make a little, what is it called again? Like a little jab. And it was the right choice due to several statements made from family and friends. We liked Black Ops 3. We actually did, but it was only up to a certain point. But that's that. I've already discussed that, so we're just gonna move on to 2019. So 2019 was the reboot of the Modern Warfare series. I didn't buy the game initially. I think I tested out with my brother-in-law. So once I eventually purchased it, my old roommate, a couple of friends and family, and my brother-in-law put some hours into this one. I think it was, man, I forgot how many hours I put into it. On your PlayStation 5, I know it says how many hours you played it. I forgot how much I actually put in there, but it was quite a bit. We liked playing and complaining at the multiplayer, but loved I think it was like the co-op mode. I don't know if it was Spec Ops or co-op. I haven't played in a hot minute, but yeah, we actually enjoyed leveling up on that, because it was always quick, it was enjoyable, and even if we did screw up, we still got a lot of experience out of it. So and then if we ever wanted to play multiplayer, just to spice it up a little bit, we could, but primarily there was other ways of enjoying that game. This game went up and down with its weapon hierarchy system. So essentially, like guns that were popular and powerful were the ones that everyone was using. I eventually got them, but I took some hiatuses with the game, because of work or school or something like that. That when I would come back, those guns have now, like, maybe they're in B tier now or C tier. So it was always a blessing and a curse, because a gun I was using prior to that, like, a gun I was just like experimenting with, would now be like an A tier weapon. So, but the curse is like the weapon I was primarily using would be, the opposite of that, the converse of that. So whenever I came back to it, as I said, the weapons were nerfed or buffed. But, I think out of all the games that I've played thus far, this was the most I think I've played in any of the Call of Duty games from this Part 2. So I would say this game is an 8 out of 10. I played even some of the story. I can't say that about the other Call of Duties that are going to be on this list, because it's not that I didn't have time. It just wasn't really... I was playing other things. I just wasn't enamored with the story. You know how Call of Duty is. It's just set pieces and stuff, so... So this one I played a little bit of everything. I did all the Spec Ops of the co-op mode. I did every single mission. I did it multiple times. I played I would say a good majority of the multiplayer, and I would say maybe a little more than half of the campaign. Maybe a little less, but I played enough of it. I enjoyed enough of it, so I would say maybe an 8 out of 10 in retrospect. And then, man, I think I went backwards on this. Oh, where am I? Ah, yes, 2020. So Cold War. I heard the game was okay at launch, but over time became a nightmare in certain regards. In retrospect, I felt I wasted my money on this game. I remember, I think I got my older brother, this game, thinking, oh man, we're going back to the old days of Black Ops and stuff. But, I had only played, I think, 20 matches and played the Zombies mode twice. I remember that distinctly. I played it twice. And it's like, granted, 2020 was kind of a rough year, so Call of Duty was not the not the game I was primarily focusing on, or just because I think that was like COVID and all that. So you want to play other things. Call of Duty is not one of the kind of game that would make you, I wouldn't say happy, but that's something that I would probably put good amount of hours in. From what I played of the game, it was decent. I didn't seem to be excited about this one. I don't think I saw enough of this game to be primarily excited. It just said like it's going to take place in this time period, and I just remember being like, yeah, but I mean, I felt like that was all it was. So 2021 is Vanguard. So a terrible game at launch, but supposedly got better over time. And the reason I say that is because I didn't purchase this game at any point because of Game Pass Ultimate offering, some great games to play. I'm admitting that flat out. Like, I think that, they're like, you should get this game. I think 2021, I forgot what games I was playing in that year. I know I was playing some older ones too, but, jeez, it's on the tip of my tongue. And I was also playing some older, I think PlayStation 4 games, or not PlayStation 3. I think I was playing Ninja Gaiden, Sigma. So I think I was playing that one again. So, for context, I played the game during several free weekends. So every free weekend they had, I played it. And I thought it was okay. I thought it wasn't too terrible. It was I felt like a noob to the max. I say to the max, just to add to more cringe, I guess, due to not being invested in Call of Duty since early 2020. And I was a bit rusty with the FPS genre. Because I think, as I mentioned before, I was playing other games like action games, open world games, I think. And as I said, older games. So I wasn't really playing a lot of first-person shooters. I wasn't invested into it as much. And, even for specific purposes, Call of Duty. So 2022 was the Modern Warfare 2 reboot. I played the beta, and it was kind of lacking. I purchased the game, and I still felt it was lacking. This is the first time in a while I felt where COD seems to be losing me. I think I said that on the last video too. But I think this is the one that actually did it for me the most. Because before it was all about gameplay quirks, game modes, or not having time. But this has become where the game franchise is no longer on my radar. So that's something I am admitting. I didn't play Vanguard because I was invested in some other games. I didn't really play Cold War because I was, invest in the investments in different things, or not having time, like the first Modern Warfare reboot, or gameplay quirks, which was in this one. The Modern Warfare 2 had that. I think it was like something that had to do with guns. Like you can change like your gun settings and stuff. I just thought that was just kind of weird. I felt like even a bigger noob, just not really good. That's not to say this game is terrible or inspired. It's just, I'm different now. So if I were to close out this video, I feel like, I did play Modern Warfare 3, the beta, so I guess 2023, Modern Warfare 3 beta. I felt that they have so much to offer, but when you read all these different things, they didn't have a lot of time to make this game, and the game itself wasn't even supposed to be what it is. It was just, I don't know. I don't know to believe if it was supposed to be a fully fledged game, or if it was supposed to be an expansion. I don't know. All I can say is that when I look back at this and I'm just thinking about it, just lying in bed thinking about it, I'm like, there's something really important I have to say. Like you have Call of Duty through the different eras. You had the World War II era, which was the first 3 Call of Duty games. And then you had the multiplayer, the beginning of the multiplayer era, which was CoD 4. You had World at War, and you had Modern Warfare 2. And then once they sunk their teeth into that, they felt, hey, we have a lot to offer here. So I know in World War, in all of those games, they had DLCs, they had map packs and stuff. So that was never going away. However, I think the next generation was probably Black Ops 2. I think maybe Ghosts, maybe, I don't know. And I felt like that was the time where they were fine tuning and changing a lot of things, adding different quirks like the dolphin dive, and the different kill streaks. It seemed like there was a lot more fun during that era. You had kill confirmed and infected, I think, in Modern Warfare 3. Not that it was a brand new thing, but for Modern Warfare or for Call of Duty it was a new thing. And in Black Ops 2 you had like the party games set. I know they had that in Black Ops 1, but I would say they expanded a little bit more, and they had the pick 10 system. So it was like the innovation era. I don't know. I guess that was the more innovative era, because Black Ops 1 also had the COD points thing, and then Black Ops 2 had the COD points thing. And then Modern Warfare 3 had something similar, I think. I don't remember now. It's been a while. But I just remember them thinking like, hey, the expansion, the map packs were really, really expensive. And then Ghosts came out. And I don't know if I want to put Ghosts in that, because Ghosts kind of did change a lot of stuff. So maybe I would put Ghosts in there. And then you have the jetpack era, which is, Advanced Warfare to Infinite Warfare. And then I feel like I don't know if I want to include Black Ops 4 into that. I don't know if I want to call it the jetpack era, or want to call it like the beginning of Trouble era, because I know people were getting fatigued from it from Modern Warfare 3, or maybe even games in the past. But I felt like that was the people were starting to become more vocal about what they wanted from their games. So then maybe I'll include Black Ops 4, I don't know, the vocal era. And then you have the Warzone, the DMZ, and then you have the Call of Duty hub era, which is right now. So where they have a superfluous amount of ad placement for purchasing COD points to change your battle pass and add different characters and stuff. Because I remember primarily it was about, oh my goodness, it was primarily about like, pay to win or something like that, having the different weapons and stuff. Oh yeah, I think I should include that in that, because I think when Black Ops 3, I think that's why I said we liked Black Ops 3 to a point. I think it was because they started adding different guns that we kind of felt were pay to win. But yeah. But I mean, things are a little bit different, but not primarily different. No, I think a lot of things have changed. So the stuff that I liked back then are no longer there. And then I see some reviewers saying, today's Call of Duty is the best it's going to get. If you don't like it now, then it's time for you to invest into something else. So I think this is my time to say maybe I'm investing in something else, because I mean, I really, really, Call of Duty is like a big thing in my life. So I don't know I think I'm checked out, because this is the first year where I actually feel, because I'll see deals and stuff like buy two get one free, or buy one get one free, or have some deals for this Call of Duty. And that's why I bought Modern Warfare 2, because it was on a deal, it was on a sale. But this is the first Call of Duty where, other than maybe Vanguard and maybe Black Ops 4, where I felt, like, I didn't need my brother-in-law's intuition or anyone, where I felt there is nothing for me here. There is nothing that's going to make me happy. I don't feel like there's anything that they're changing or adding to entice me as a player to play this game. And it's honestly very sad, that this part 2, my history of Call of Duty kind of is probably going to end here. I know Microsoft has now purchased Activision Blizzard. The only thing I can say is hopefully, like maybe in the future, they do something with this franchise. But until then, this is probably my check-off point with the franchise. Yes, it's an end of an era, I guess, for me, because if Call of Duty does come back strong, then it would be the beginning of a new era. Other than that, I mean, yeah, that's the end of this video. If you guys have any opinions you want to share, like any, oh, this, what you think each era represents, feel free to tell me. And what's your favorite? What's your least favorite? I disagree with you. I agree with you. I want to hear it. I'm very interested. I love learning new things, as well as having discussions with people about these kinds of things. I guess I just don't have a lot of people to talk to it about stuff most of the time. But yeah, that'll be the end of this. Until next time, everyone.